season. We'll see, though. But maybe on this one, we can get my jumper a little better.
All right.
We'll see.
Thank you so much.
I appreciate it.
Tyler, you're getting a
And now the opening lineup for Phoenix. Up it forward, they'll have Bridges and Crowder. Chris Paul is out there with Mr. Clutch. And it's Ayton in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And for Brooklyn, Irving and Harden, the two-star guards. The small and power forwards are Harris and Durant. And it's Aldridge in at the center, locking down the middle. For those teams, Greg, that had head coaching changes, how long does it take to fully implement a new system?
Well, it typically takes a full season, and it also depends just on how complicated the system is. But all things being equal, the experienced teams often learn faster because they just understand the game better.
And so it's the Suns getting on the board first. KD finds Harden. The baseline jam. It's hauled in by the Suns. They are coming into this having notched a win against the Knicks in their last game.
And really showed their depth when they needed it most. On the road, having to manufacture points.
Yeah, and watching that, all kinds of contributions and just little things that guys were doing to chip in for that win.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad. He's so good at getting to the rim. Maybe tries to get a little bit too cute with that one. I thought he'd lay it straight up and in.
And the shot's good from Crowder.
Well, he passes to the wide open man. Bridges developing some team chemistry.
The Nets still looking like they're getting going. 6-point game. And going against Phoenix, their first meeting of the season.
It's not often we get to see this matchup, but it is a doozy when we do. Just two powerhouse teams facing them.
Well, if I had a calendar, I would have circled this one. But I love it when they get together. Last year, they split the two games between them, and I'll bet their battles are just as tightly contested this year.
Now here's Harden, following the miss by LaMarcus Aldridge. Harden draws the double. The kick out to Irving. Shot clock at 2, and here's Harris from the arc.
Not letting the offense get the better of him. Bridges locked in. No, it's early, but going 0 for 4 to start a game can make a team get a little bit tight.
The Suns shooting their first free throws here for the night. And the first one at the line is good.
Now the line for the Suns. Yeah, the line with 2 shots.
And good on the second, so he makes them both. The first quarter of action, 2 minutes in. Pass to Durant. And here's Irving. 37 points in the win against Boston.
And guys, what impressed me most was his passing. He constantly looked for the open man and found guys in great spots.
And more than one observer, Greg, has called Irving the most entertaining player in the game. What do you think?
A lot of competition for that distinction. But Irving does some things that no one else can, at least at his level. And then you never know when he's going to give us a juicy soundbite.
Durant, and KD throws it down.
And here's the best way to get an earful from your coach. Give Kevin Durant that kind of path to the basket. Wow, discussion to follow.
Now here's Paul. He picked up 12 points in their last win against the Knicks in New York. Cruz, the pass to Ayton. Drops in the layup for 2. Ayton's got his second basket of the night.
Look, they're not going to play a perfect game, but so far they are 5 of 5, and the D has to be concerned.
Irving against Paul. Irving kicks to Harden. Inside, here's Aldridge. It's good. The assist that time from Harden.
The attacking, aggressive mindset You get it right there from Aldridge. In that area, he's focused, and he scores.
And that one, good. Ayton's got 6 points.
And they've had assists now in their last 3 baskets.
Now here's Harden. He's guarded by Cruz. And there's a whistle. That goes on Mr. Clutch. That is his first foul of the game.
Man, it's close, but, didn't get on balance quick enough.
On the wing, Irving. He's covered by Ayton. Just 5 on the clock. From the baseline, Ayton with the block.
Well, Ayton flashing some good movement there and great timing.
And so far, having trouble converting on the inside.
Paul with the bucket.
Boy, do they look sharp. I mean, everything falling for them.
Nets trail by 9. Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sideline.
Thanks a lot. I caught up with head coach Steve Nash. The feeling is that the game has slowed down some for DeAndre Ayton, which means he's making quicker and better decisions. Coach said last year you could cross him up at times, and that helped contain his production. But this year's a different story. Ayton's taken those big strides mentally that all great players seem to do. Kevin, back to you.
Okay, David, thanks. And so it's Brooklyn with it. The Suns getting the bucket. Here's Durant. The shot misses. Some solid defense from Ayton. Here's Cruz. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. A floater. Count the bucket. And he's got a free throw coming up as well.
And this is Harden's specialty. One of the best in the league at drawing contact and yet still able to convert. And really an incredible playmaker his entire career. Harden has taken that up a notch. And he now often looks for his teammates first. Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
Crowder against KD. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. And huge assist totals for Harden, which is also a reflection, Greg, of the talent around him.
And he's played with some of the best finishers in the game throughout his career. What changed starting last year was his mindset, making him all that much more difficult to defend.
Paul Millsap's checked in for LaMarcus Aldridge. Now here's Crowder. The Suns need to get a shot off. The shot's good from Cruz. A special moment in the career of MP. GA, he has secured a shoe deal.
Well, he certainly picked a prestigious brand. Signing with Jordan is probably...
Sun substitution.
Second quarter of action, about a minute and a half played. Here's KD. Off the mark, had a chance to trim it to single digits. On the court for the Suns, they've got Chris Paul. Mikal Bridges out there with Kaminsky. Then there's Ayton. And it's Cruz in at the 2. Nets trail by 10. And Harris wide open. He shoots. That's good. And it's KD with the assist. Harris has got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Now the pass to Cruz. Driving inside. And that one's good, Ayton.
DeAndre Ayton dangerous in the pick and roll just because as a big, he can get off of that screen so easily.
Here's Brown. Aldridge trying to break free. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. Mikal Bridges picks one up. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Suns.
They pounded the ball inside in the first half, forcing the D to collapse, and that frees up the shooters going forward.
I'm loving the ping pong action of the ball tonight. A decent number of assists so far.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
And we all know that star players get a few more perks, but Greg, that can also stir up misgivings in a locker room when things aren't always equal.
Kevin, it's a great point, and coaches really have to be careful. If you're holding one player accountable and giving another a pass, that tends to lead to a fractured locker room.
Durant up top. He's covered by 8. And he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
I find it really interesting to talk to KD about his origins. He says every memory he had growing up involved basketball. Skip prom and stuff like that. He was just focused on the game.
A big fella with the ability and confidence at the free throw line is something that every team wants. Don't have to make those late substitutions. Keep your big guys on the floor.
And so Brown will bring it up for the Brooklyn Nets, trailing by 10. Their last game, a win against Boston, looking to carry it into this one.
And you gotta love a team that can maintain its composure on the road, take good shots, and knock them down with confidence.
Well, awesome to see in that last game how the motion in their offense didn't stop because they were in some hostile territory.
And Durant grew up in a tough environment. We all know that. Basketball, Greg, was the only way out.
As it has been for so many NBA players, you feel bad for guys with great talent who get derailed along the way. It takes so much hard work and discipline and luck just to have a chance at making it.
Pass to KD. From 13, again the Nets for 2.
That is automatic. Durant, one of the better mid-range shooters in the game.
Bridges outside. Back to Paul. Nice ball movement by Phoenix. Kaminsky dishes to Paul. Over Harden. A shot by Kaminsky. Nobody around. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in. Paul's got his 8th assist in the game. Now a timeout call by Brooklyn.
And they're allowing too many points in the paint. Coach is going to let them hear about it.
Yeah, coach knows that. They know that. In the timeout, they're going to hear about it, make the adjustment.
Nets trail by 13. Harden outside. Passes it to KD. Over Ayton. Offensive rebound. Aldridge. Some solid defense from Ayton.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Bridges misses. Brooklyn's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. Harris outside. Rebounded by Kaminsky. Suns leading by 13. Bridges with it. Picked up by Brown. Bridges kicks to Paul. Over Harris. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Offensive rebound. Nice D from Cruz. The Suns have gone 8 of 11 from the field in the second quarter. Really flowing here. And there's a whistle. That goes on Mikal Bridges.
That's his second.
That's foul number 2 for him.
Team foul.
Yeah, way to get there first and be willing to absorb the contact.
The Suns making a change here. McGee's checked in. Harden finds Brown. Teardrop shot, and it's good on the way in. Brown's got 4 points this quarter.
When a player gets a feel for that floater, it can really make things tough on defenders. You're just not sure how to guard them and where your point of commitment is.
Paul passes to Cruz. Good, and Paul gets the assist. Paul's got assist number 9 now. Wow, what an effort here tonight. Nets trail by 15. Harden with it. A 20-point game for him in the win against the Celtics in Boston.
I felt like in that game, too, he was a man on a mission defensively. Finishing up with 4 steals is an impressive feat. And you can tell, takes pride in that part of the game.
For Brooklyn, they have been on target from the free throw line. They're 5 of 5 in that department.
How about the charisma of KD that time? Teammates loving what he's bringing to the table here tonight. Well, when he gets into a groove at the free throw line, it doesn't just last for tonight. This might be 2 weeks, 2 months, something like that.
There's Mr. Clutch. Aldridge is covering, and that's out of bounds. Phoenix will retain possession.
Great energy on the deflection, and a good job disrupting their offense.
Yeah, appreciate the work right now on the defensive end. Well, he doesn't look satisfied with the lead right now. He wants more, and he looks like he's going to get it.
Harden the pass to Durant. Brown outside. Shot clock at 6. Drives to the hoop. And then Brown with the dunk.
And credit the screen for giving him the space he needed to get to the rim.
For sure, GA allows him to come in with the sledgehammer.
Yeah, well, I can settle for the layup when you can attack the rim and rise up like that. Just looks like he's got more feel tonight, like he's really got a good grip on that ball as he's letting it go.
Pass to Harden. Dishes to Aldridge. Poke loose. Cross contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
Well, that's what he's capable of doing right there. Aldridge with the great length and just enough bulk to absorb that hit and earn the N1.
And working, Kevin, themselves to the line here in the second. A nice way to get your offense going.
The shot's good from Cruz.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Harden against Paul. Harden the pass to KD. Down low. And the dunk by Aldridge.
Of course, Kevin Durant, one of the game's greatest scorers of all time, but his ability within this offense to make plays, elevating the team.
Ayton, and a great assist by Paul as that one goes in. Ayton's got 6 points in the quarter. Brown outside. Now here's Harden. He's got 6. It's Aldridge, high post. Shoots over McGee. Rebound by the Suns.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
Kicks it out to Paul. Over Aldridge. That shot, no good. The Nets go the other way with it. Feeds it to Brown. Over Ayton. And the rejection by Ayton. McGee against Durant. The pass to Harris. And slam dunk by Harris.
Man, he sure can get off the floor.
He one of the best in the business, absolutely. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Thank you for the baton, Kevin. Kyrie Irving, of course, marches to the beat of his own drum. At times, that might rub people the wrong way, but Kyrie says, I've learned lessons from it. That's the most beautiful and exciting part, just the growth. What I'm saying is, it's always been bigger than the game for me. And guys, you have to respect his willingness to go it alone.
You do indeed, D.A. Thank you for that portrait.
Such a challenge for a defender. You try to...
So it's the Phoenix Suns taking a 19-point lead into the break. And you have to... And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. What can you say, Mr. Clutch? An impressive effort here today.
Yeah, the passing he brings to the table on full display through the first 2 quarters.
Doing a great job of just setting guys up and demonstrating just how important ball movement can be.
Wing pairing, it's Harden and Harris. Aldridge out there with Durant, and it's Irving in at the 1. And that's the group for Steve Nash as we begin the second half. And here comes Harris leading the fast break. Wants to get it to Irving and does. Crowder against KD. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. That one on 8.
Kevin Durant signing an extension this past offseason, locked in with the Nets for the next 4 years. Seems like there's a very good chance Durant could end his career in Brooklyn.
Pass to Ayton. Here's Cruz. Trying to get open is Crowder. And the basket is in from Cruz. Mr. Clutch has got 29. And it's Harden with the ball for the Brooklyn Nets. 17-point game. Next up for them, the Knicks coming out here to play. That'll be the second of 4 games at home for them.
KD sets up those crossovers as a big 7-footer. He handles the ball so well. And that's a great decision out of a pick-and-roll set.
Cruz, the pass to Crowder. Bridges outside. Some nice ball movement here by the Suns. Here's Mr. Clutch. He has 29. To the middle. Here's Ayton. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down. Ayton's got 14 points.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Durant against Paul. Durant inside. Back to Irving. Over Ayton. And he overshot that one, missing.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Paul passes to Cruz. Looking for Crowder. He gets it there. Here's Ayton. Makes it off the glass. 16 points for him.
That's 3 of 4 here to start the half.
Irving against Paul. Passes it to Durant. Shoots over Crowder. Another one falls for Brooklyn.
He's been terrific tonight, and with a little help from the other guys on the floor, they might be able to turn this game around.
Crowder. Count the bucket, coming off a perfectly placed assist. 9 points for Jay Crowder.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Well, I know they don't have mobile devices out there for texting, so they might as well talk to one another.
Now a timeout call by Brooklyn.
And Bridges, in his young part of his career, has taken on the challenge of guarding some of the league's best offensive players.
Clock keeps going. 3 minutes into the second half now. And it's Aldridge missing. Suns leading by 19 points. And Brent, with Mikal Bridges, defense is his calling card.
I love the fact that he just has such great hands, anticipation, and length. And he just plays a lot bigger than the size he is on the floor. That kind of stuff disrupts offensive players, and he also just continues to track. Even if he's beat, he will give you second effort to stay in the plays defensively. That's a high-level skill for a young player.
The shot's good from Cruz.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Irving kicks to Harris. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
Improving every season he's been in the league. Harris is quietly one of the best perimeter shooters in the game.
Blake Griffin, he's checked in for LaMarcus Aldridge. And Phoenix also making a switch. Kaminsky, he's checked in for DeAndre Ayton. Here's Mr. Clutch. He's got 31. Paul outside. Griffin against Kaminsky. Cruz. And he converts the layup. Mr. Clutch has got 33.
Just Mr. Reliable again here today, Kevin. I mean, they need his points, and he's producing.
Irving against Kaminsky. 11 feet away. And that one hits back iron.
Hate to say it, but if they're still trailing at the final buzzer, a lot of this is going to be felt by him. His shooting tonight has just been atrocious.
Cruz, the pass to Kaminsky. And the bucket is good. Three-point play chance here for him.
That's his second personal.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Coaching staff probably most proud of the effort of this team on both ends of the floor here tonight.
The Nets making a switch here. Brown's checked in. Took him no time at all on that one. Irving's got 8 points.
When you make shots like that, Kyrie is showing just how confident he is in his offensive ability.
Here's Mr. Clutch. 33 points for him. Knocked away. Back to Bridges. And he hits it just before the shot clock expires.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
Ball against Irving. Pass to Durant. Three-pointer. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. Irving's got 4 assists in the game.
Well, elite scoring ability of Kevin Durant. When he's in a groove like this, every opportunity when he has the ball feels like a good one.
That shot, no good. Good work defensively by Crowder. Here's Mr. Clutch, guarded by Harden. Shot's good from Cruz. Mr. Clutch has got 35. Nets trail by 21. Irving looking over the floor. Shoots over Crowder. That doesn't go either for KD.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Well, this is a gravity game right now. Whatever he throws up must come down. He's having a great game.
Harden the pass to KD. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
That's his third personal.
Mikal Bridges picks one up. He's got his first chance at the line here.
And guys, you might remember that he was not at his best from the foul line in their last outing.
Free throw good, Booker. No secret here, Brent. Devin Booker known for his offense, but his defense has come a long way as well.
Yeah, it's so funny when scorers come into the league and they score and people are still critical of them. That's what happened to Devin Booker. And then he realized as the games became bigger and more important how much the defensive end is going to help his team do the things he wants to do. And so he's taken that tune. He's decided to play defense. He's been much better over the course of the last 2 seasons.
McGee finds Booker. Here's Cruz. Back to McGee. Tries again, and that's 2 points on the layup. McGee's got his second bucket.
And one of the stories of the second half has been all of those second chance points. I mean, they have been terrific on the offensive backboard.
To the paint, got a piece of it, and it's out of bounds, and they say last touch by Griffin. And the Suns making a change here. Ayton's checked in. And so Booker will bring it up for the Suns. They lead by the biggest margin of the game, 25. This one for 3, and it's Durant with the rebound. KD's got 4 rebounds now tonight. And it's in there.
Nothing better than a hustle play like that. It gets the whole team amped up, sets the example for everyone.
The pass to Ayton. Stolen by Harden. And here comes Harden, leading the fast break. Rejected by Booker. Here's Mr. Clutch, covered by Mills. Millsap with the steal. And now Durant running the floor, galloping all by himself. And Harden gets it to go in on the assist from KD. Durant's got 4 assists now tonight.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Yeah, pretty infectious right here. Guys in good spirits and percentages from downtown on the rise in the second half.
Durant kicks to Millsap to the inside. Nice pass. Run into the rack perfectly for the layup. Griffin's got 7 points in the game.
And so far, going for more of an inside presence here in the second half, getting away from the three-point shot.
Nets trail by 20. Millsap looking it over. Pass to Mills. And there it is for him.
Well, he lacks some size and some strength, but Mills creative in the inside to finish that one.
Booker the pass to Cruz. Back to Booker. Here's Johnson. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two. It's on Kevin Durant. The Suns shooting their 7th and 8th free throw attempts of the game right here. The Nets making a switch here. And Johnson drops them both. 8 seconds left in the third quarter. Now Harden. Here's Harris. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. And at the end of the third quarter, a huge lead in this one may already have been decided. The Suns on top, running away with this one. 2K Sports back in a moment here in Brooklyn. And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. So with Paul on the bench, here's the group that Monty Williams has on the floor. Taking up the pair up front, it's Saric and Ayton. Mr. Clutch out there with Devin Booker. And it's Johnson in at the small forward.
The skills growing maybe right in front of our eyes here for DeAndre Ayton.
Passes it to Harden. And he drives in. And it's Harden shutting it down.
And this is how a floor leader makes a statement. Harden just put the other team on notice.
On our AT&T 5G Slam Cam, you just saw an explosive highlight. Johnson outside. Greg, playing most of your career in the 90s, the game has really changed. Less physical, more skilled, but what role has the league played in all of that change?
Well, the NBA is at the forefront of these changes. The competition committee that they have that meets annually to discuss ways to try to improve the game. Listen, they're not going to always knock it out of the park, but you have to keep thinking forward. And I applaud the league for their attempts to try to improve this game and grow it.
And the pass to Cruz. Into the lane. 6 to shoot. Johnson, that's for 2. And he gets it to go. Hitting off the back of the rim.
That's a good find from Ayton, understanding the defensive scheme, and he just waited for his teammate to be open.
Pass to Harden. Lets it go from 14. And it's Ayton with the rebound. Ayton's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Here's Mr. Clutch. Aldridge is covering. Ayton, the pass to Cruz. And the layup's good off the glass. Mr. Clutch has got 14 points now in the second half.
And despite the size disadvantage, attacking the heart of that defense.
Yeah, no stopping him on that play. Sometimes even the taller defenders are helpless to stop him.
And he's been a force on the glass all game long.
Yeah, it's almost like he's got a magnet on that ball here tonight. He's in the right spot all the time.
And he makes that one.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Mills passes to Harden. Can they get it? He lays it in. Harden's got 4 points in the quarter.
He's been a different guy here in the second half. His shooting percentage far better than it was before the break.
Timeout called, the Suns. And Greg, a lot of new head coaches stepping into this season. How does a first-year coach come in and
Substitutions on the court.
pass to Cruz? to the middle. And the shot goes in.
And that's exactly what they're going for on that shot.
And so it's Harden bringing it up for the Nets. Here's KD. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Durant's got 34 points.
He makes it look effortless out there. Until the defense actually presents a challenge for him, expect those kind of results.
Bridges passes to Cruz. Down low, McGee. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
Irving against Paul. The three from Harden, and the foul called on Blake Griffin. That's foul number 2 for him. Some changes for Brooklyn. Marcus Aldridge is checked in for Griffin. And Joe Harris is subbed in for Paul Millsap. And a change for the Suns. Ayton's checked in. Going inside. The shot's good from Cruz.
Oh, they own the interior right now. 10 straight points coming from inside.
It's Aldridge high post. There's the feed to Harden. That one, no good. Some solid defense from Ayton. Here's Paul, and it's Phoenix scoring again.
It's so good off the bounce on that smooth release, establishing that rhythm. That is a good-looking J.
Irving passes to KD. Shoots over Crowder. Durant, no good.
Oh, can't punish the defense for leaving him open that time. That's a frustrating miss for a really steady jump shooter.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
The Nets have gone 7 of 13 from the field here in the fourth. Well, Greg, for those of us who have never played in the league, what's it like traveling all over the country over the course of a long regular season?
Come on, Kevin. I bet you had a nice J back in the day. But seriously, it's a whirlwind tour, man. Sometimes you don't even know what city you wake up in. And I can tell you there have been many times where I've gone back to the front desk complaining because my key didn't work, and only to find out I was using the wrong key.
Yeah, these defenders just looked a bit overmatched, especially inside.
Harden outside. Durant attacking, and then Durant with the jam.
I tell you, Durant's ability to handle the ball at his size, impossible to stop on the drive once he gets that step on you.
Cruz, the pass to Ayton, and the shot is good. Ayton's got 6 in the quarter.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Irving dishes to KD. Kicks it out to Harden. In the corner, it's Aldridge. 5 to shoot. Durant finds Harden. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Maybe the best ever at earning free throws. I mean, Harden has mastered the art of contact and still being able to get off the shot.
Here's what Brooklyn's going with right now. Okafor is checked in for Aldridge. Johnson comes in for Kevin Durant. Carter, he's checked in for Joe Harris. And it's Mills in for Kyrie Irving. And the Suns here with a different look. JaVale McGee's checked in for Ayton. Kaminsky comes in for Jay Crowder. Abdul Nader, he's checked in for Bridges. And it's Payton in for Chris Paul. And back in the day, Greg, Allen Iverson got criticized for devaluing practice. Now we've got healthy players sitting out of games. Has load management gone too far, you think?
Not a practice, but a game. We got guys missing games, Kevin. There's no doubt about it. But honestly, I'm really all for load management in this regard. If I owned a team and I had to invest $200 million in a player, I want to do everything I can to prolong my investment. And the reality is we've got...
And so it's Phoenix easily grabbing this one. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
That's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd out of it, that's how to get it done on the road.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Brent Berry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, This is Kevin Harlan, along with our 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. So long, everyone.